In this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over a 3,000 watt digital power inverter from the company Traveler. Check this out, and look how they spelled Traveler, 2 L's in there. So it's 3,000 watt, kind of continuous modified swine power coming out of this, and it peaks at 6,000 watts. It's got, so mine has 4 outputs on it, but the newest one has they've added another output, so you'll get 4, so a total of 5 outputs. So you get a USB out there, and then you get a little remote spot here. I don't have the remote, but I've seen it and it looks kind of cool, but I don't really see a need for it. You get the power reset, so if these overload, this will trip these things right here, and you'll have to reset those. And to turn it on, there's an on and off button here. And then looking over the back, you'll get 2 of these wires. You'll actually get a total of 4 wires when you order this. You get these little covers that go on there like that. You get several ways of hooking your battery up here. You get a total of 3 fans on this thing for keeping it cool. Let me show you the bottom. Kind of go over some of the code information. So if it does a low voltage shutdown, that's the LUP. And what this is, that'll be on this panel right here. So there's all your codes: over voltage shutdown, overload shutdown, over temperature shutdown, and a short circuit in it. And the input needs to be a 12.8 volt, 300 amp max. So I'm at 12. This is a 12.8 volt and it's a 100. So technically I'm right on spec on that. Might get me another battery and load it down even more. Gives you the output voltage is a 115 volt out, 60 hertz and 3,000 watts continuous, which is a lot for a power inverter. If you know anything about power inverters, 3,000 watt is a lot of power. You get some mounting areas there, and I like how they lifted it up. They added these little plastic mounts on here, so that way it can suck air in here and dissipate the heat a lot cleaner. And just long, it's not that heavy. So to turn this thing on, you're just going to hit that button there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but the first thing that comes up is the output, and right now it was at 0. Then it goes over to the input, and it's got, can you see it? I don't think we can see it. 12.5 input. I have been running that battery. I don't currently have a charger for charging that battery, but I'm ordered one and it should be in any moment now. Yeah, so we got output kilowatts, output watts, and input volts. And what I have here is a series of tools that I'm gonna run on these. I don't have a lot for maxing it out, because let me tell you, you might thinking, oh, well, just run a heater. Well, these max at 1,500 watts a piece. So you can't load them with over 1,500 watts or it pops the breaker in this thing. So you need to stay right around 1,000 watts per input. So you don't wanna hit one with, like, you know, 1,500, because it's not going to hold it. 1,000 watt here, 1,000 watt there. And so what I have here, this will be around about maybe 1,000 watts for every bit of this, and it does not slow these tools down at all, because I just tried it out. So let me go ahead, set all these up, and I'm going to run them all continuous and show y'all how much power this thing can pull, because I am super impressed with this. So yeah, let's get it set up. First thing, I'm going to plug in this big drill, and I like that it has the ground on it, so we can plug in that drill. You see that thing has, that's pulling, about 400 watts by itself. That's a pretty big drill right there. That's my little sander. That's pulling around about 100 watts. Right angle grinder here. That's locked on. That's pulling about 260 right there. So let's let this run. So I've got 260, that's running continuous. Turn that on. Looks like we're at about 350 right there. Now let's hit this drill. Y'all see that? I'm running all of these tools right here, and it's right at about 600, 700, and that's holding extremely well. I am so impressed with this. You can let this go and it just keeps going. Now, eventually what I'm gonna do is have a solar panel hooked to this, so I'm continuously charging that, and that way I can be running any type of tools, TVs, refrigerator, whatever I need to run, and have this as continuous power. Let's go ahead and turn this off. This is something I think everyone should have, whether it's doing some off-the-grid living or setting up your RV or camper or something like that. Like me, I'm going to have it set up in a van and really have it all done. Once I build my box, get my solar panel on there, get my solar panel charging controller, and get all that set up, I should be ready to go on every bit of this. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got on the Travelers 3000 watt digital inverter. See you all in the next video.